my shield, and he in whom I trust.
Hey guys, Precision Fire here, and today we're going to be looking at a comparison between the Nightforce ATAC-R. This is a 5x25x56, and we'll be comparing that to the new Vortex Razor HD Gen 2 4.5x27x56. So we're not going to do a crazy in-depth review or comparison. We're just going to take a quick look. We're going to look through the lenses, check out the turrets, and it'll be a basic comparison. So I will be doing a more in-depth comparison when my Schmidt & Bender PM2 comes in, and we'll be comparing all of these in depth. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. All right, here's a quick close-up view on both the scopes side by side. And we'll just do a quick pan over the whole things. The biggest difference you're going to see, besides the actual size, the first thing is the turrets. So Vortex made it a point to change their turrets. They actually made them low profile, like shorter, and they made them wider. So ergonomically, these feel really good in comparison to the Gen 1s. The Gen 1s were similar to the Nightforce ATACs, kind of more slender, skinny. So I actually like the new turret design. If you purchase this, you'll see that you'll love the Vortex turrets. So if you look at the overall size of the scope, the Vortex is a little longer, and your eyepiece here is a little wider. Of course, at the fore end, they're both 56mm, so they're very similar in size. But with the sunshade, sunshade is a little longer on the Vortex, so let's go ahead and line up. Actually, we're just about lined up there. So if you go to the overall length of the scope, they're just about the same. So it's just the sunshade that makes the difference. So when we're looking at weight-wise, Nightforce is 38 ounces. The Vortex is 48.5. The Vortex is 3 pounds, 12 ounces. So that is significant. I mean, when you feel this thing, there is some weight to it in comparison to the Nightforce. With the similar class scopes, the Nightforce is very light in comparison. To me, when you're getting into scopes like this, the size of the rifle, it's going to be heavy no matter what. So that little bit of extra weight isn't really going to bother me, unless you want to try to make a lightweight rifle, which I have tried to do. It's very hard to do when you're making a long-range precision setup. So I would say if you're going for weight savings, I would say the Nightforce ATAC is going to save you a lot of weight, because so 38 ounces is the Nightforce. So that is very light. In comparison, Vortex is very heavy on this. If you compare the same scopes of the same class, if it were Culls, the Burris, Bushnells, US Optics, Schmidt & Bender, this is probably the heaviest scope. Okay, so we look at the turrets on the Vortex. They added a locking mechanism. You just pull it up, and then you adjust. These are very nice, clean clicks. Once you feel these turrets, you'll probably fall in love with them. It's definitely one of Vortex's strong suits. Very clean, crisp, not mushy, and they're clicks you can trust. Illumination on the side here. course we can't, and there's our windage. Okay, so let's compare to the Nightforce. The Nightforce has the slender turrets. They're very soft, easy to turn, but the clicks are very mushy, very soft. I've actually had the screw up here cause the turret to slide, and if you over tighten that, it can cause damage. So you have to keep it at a good torque there. So that's the biggest difference is going to be the turrets. So let's take a quick look through the lenses there. So that's a Nightforce. Let me make sure we're getting a nice clear focus picture. And let's move over to the Vortex. And there's the Vortex. Very crisp, very clean. Now this is a first focal plane scope, so the crosshairs will be thicker. So I wouldn't take that into consideration. So that is the Vortex. Okay, let's go back to the Nightforce. Now I'm keeping the camera settings exactly the same, and we're looking at the exact same object. There's the Nightforce. So the only difference I can see is when you compare the two, it seems as if the Nightforce brings in more light. So the settings are exactly the same. You can see through the Nightforce it's a lot brighter. I'm not saying that the Vortex is bad. We're at the exact same magnification. We're running up 5 on both. So anyway, we'll be doing a more in-depth review when my Schmidt & Bender comes in, like I said, my PM2. And we'll do an in-depth review comparison. We'll take these out into the field to see how they perform. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.